How's everybody? It's me, little me. It's 7 o'clock. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for tuning in. This is me. How you doing? I am back, and I got my music going. What do you think about it? This is what we kind of ended with yesterday. I am still getting ready, so I'm pouring my wine right now. So just chill out. Listen to the music for a few seconds. What do you think about it? Gotta put on my lipstick. I got a lot to do. How you doing? Thank you for tuning in. I'll get out the formalities out of the way. I do not own the rights to that music. I just like the music. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for tuning in. Share, like. You go to my YouTube page, subscribe. It's all free. Just interacting with me. Thank you. I like the record. What do you think about it? I like the beat. I like what he's talking about too. You know I'm all about love. It ain't lost. Sometimes it's trusting God with the cross. We tried to hold on longer than we should. Stayed out of habit, not cause it felt good. But growth don't always come with the doctrine. I am going to end that music and we're going to just jump into our conversation, whatever it is we're going to talk about. Honestly speaking, I don't have an agenda. I don't have a topic. I would just be looking at old notes and what comes to my head. But here we go. Thank you for joining me, and I am ending the music. Thank you for joining me. This is Vintage Wine, hosting All in Your Business, and I appreciate you guys for tuning in, for listening to Little Me, and helping me move along to get better and better each time. I think I have been at this now for maybe 3 months, maybe 4. I'm not for certain. Definitely 3, but I think each time it's getting perhaps better and better to me. I've never been a person that was not confident with talking. I can do public speaking. I can stand up at a podium. I can stand up in the gym. I can holler at the teachers. I can do all of that. But I have never ventured into podcasting per se. And this here is just a stepping stone to the big time podcasting. So these are the little steps that you and I are taking along with this journey. Well, I am taking this journey, and I appreciate you guys for tuning in and helping me along, because that's what it definitely takes. It takes people who want to converse with you, who wants to talk, who wants to listen, who wants to share, who feel like they have something to talk about, and so do you. And that's why I'm always asking, what do you want to talk about? There is a lot of stuff to talk about. I was out and about shortly before coming on. That's one of the reasons why I was running a little late. I was out here with today's the weekend activities. You know, we are bringing the community together. We are doing this 314 thing, and whatever your area code is, that's what you are doing. So it is something to bring people together, and I appreciate it, and I have to participate. I encourage it. So that's what we are doing when we are trying to podcast, when we are trying to bring the community together. It's all about talking to people and sharing information. Everybody's got something to talk about, and people love for you to listen to them, other people to listen to them. And some people just want to hear what other people think. Some people don't want to talk out. Some people don't want to be heard, and really don't want to be seen. But they are in the background listening. So let's share information. Let's encourage people. Let's help people to grow. Uh, and that's what we are doing here. So, and I appreciate it and I thank you. As I stated, I am Miss Vintage Wine hosting All in Your Business. That All in Your Business, that name came from my son. He named the business. So that's what we are doing. We are talking and we are in your business and you are in my business. Because when I ask a question, sometimes you ask a question. And we're all trying to answer them to the best of our abilities. But if you ever feel uncomfortable with any question coming from anyone, you let someone know. You just don't slam the phone down. You don't do whatever. You speak up. My mother always said, when you are talking to someone, you look them in their face, in their eye, and you say what's on your mind. You don't hold your head down. You don't look to the left, look to the right. Hold your head up and say what's on your mind. Um, my mother, she was not a educated person, but you would have never known it because she was self-educated. She knew what was right and what was wrong, and she instilled it into us. Even with driving, she was not a driver, but she had a car. She had all of these things to make us better people, and it was up to us to take advantage of it. And I don't think out of the six sisters that I have, I don't think everyone know how to drive. Everyone started driving at an early age. I mean, this is what she believed in. Oh, she was so liberal. She believed in all of this. So all that to say, thank you. And that's really what I was talking about. I appreciate you tuning in and helping me to grow. But we will probably talk about this terrorism stuff. But did anybody partake in the? Like I said, that's where I was at shortly before coming to get the podcast going. I was hanging out with the people and doing different things. I didn't ask to film anyone because it's difficult for me to be doing all of the filming, and I can't do it all. So until I can grow where someone can be filming me when I am doing different things, then I have to do it the way that I'm doing it now. And that's getting in one spot, getting my laptop and cameras and things in place where we can record the conversation and different people. So, but one day we will grow and we will be out in the fields live and just doing different things. I have great things intended for it, but that's not today. But soon, it's in the future. And if not me, someone else. I have a lot of grandchildren, so no telling who will take it a step further or take it to the left or take it to the right. I'm for certain that someone will do something because they are all everyone loves to talk. Everyone has something to talk about. The sad part about it, everybody thinks sometimes that their topic is very important. So there's lots of conversation. So thank you for tuning in and thank you for joining me. And I want to send a thank you out for Frederick Charles. I saw you in there again yesterday. Thank you. Thank you for doing what you do. I know you are passing it around and asking people to tune into your little auntie. I know it. But thank you, Frederick, for doing what you do and for supporting me and tuning in. He's out of Oklahoma. Thank you. I also be seeing Bobby Stokes in there. She's some part of Texas. I forget what it is right now, but it'll come to me. But it's some part of Texas. But hi, you doing? I'm getting my sip of wine. I was late getting a lot of things started, but here I am. I got it up and going, and that's my wine. Anyone else hydrating with me? Getting any tea, any water, any? And we are getting ready. You know this crazy? They say, now I am in Missouri, and just now before coming in out from outside, I think it was 74. But it's supposed to snow Monday and Tuesday. No accumulations, but snow. That's going to be the craziest thing in the world. If you can, and living in Missouri, as they say, you get all of the seasons. You get a touch of all of it. Hi, Miss Hill. Um, I did go purchase some red hot ripples and Church's chicken for dinner before 7 p.m. for 314. Very good, because that's what they were asking for, and that's what it's all about. Um, the community is giving back, and we are giving by purchasing different things and going different places. So that's what they are asking for us to do, and that's what they are trying to do, bring the community together. I had much water today, which is good. Me too. I haven't had a lot. I think I'm only getting maybe 32 ounces, which I know I need more, but I'm kind of blessed that I can get 32 ounces in, and that's drinking two 16-ounce bottles of water. But I know I need more based on weight, age, and height, but it's kind of hard for me to do. But I can tell when I really need it because the lips begin to chap up, which is one of the signs, especially if you have high blood pressure, and that I do. I have high blood pressure, and I don't take it lightly, but I still don't treat it the way the little kid gloves that it should be treated with. I'm bad at it, but I do know the various signs when I need to hydrate myself or do something else or lay down and go to sleep, do something to slow my body down. But so, anybody else? Ms. Hill says she was out contributing for the 314 purchasing. She didn't hang out with the community or party, but she went into the community and made some purchases. She also said Church's Chicken ran out of potatoes and the Chinese store is in my community. Couldn't make it to the phones. To the phones. Okay. That's okay. I guess you're talking about late tuning in with me or whatever about making it to the phones. I mean, what are you talking about? Uh, you're not late. I appreciate you joining me. You're 15 minutes, but that's okay. Sit down and eat your chicken, drink your water, and your hot ripple fries, uh, hot ripple potatoes. I get potato chips, I guess. St. Louis is supposed to be known for those too, hot ripples, uh, which is something I never eat or ate because I don't really do a lot of hot foods, but I do indulge in potato chips. I love it's my weakness, potato chips. They were jam packed fixing food orders. I know they were. It was a lot of cars out too. I saw so many. It's like as soon as we can get a little decent weather, the people are out there. And I think they picked a good day for a 314 celebration or outing or gathering or whatever. But they are coming from different places, listening to the radio. They are serving food. They're giving haircuts. They're giving book bags. They're doing a lot of things for the kids. The kiddos are not forgotten, and those are I guess, the easier ones and the better one to service the kiddos, especially with the free haircuts and stuff, because these haircuts are no joke. I think I have about five grand boys, and they are getting their hair done on a regular basis. It's almost like the way the girls used to do when we had to do Sunday before we get ready for school Monday. We got these boys who's got to get themselves together now, and it's one of the important factors is the hairdos. In fact, I tried to simulate my grandson, his one hairdo, and it looked like he just took each strand and pulled it up. Well, I look like somebody had let a chicken loose, trying to pull him out, about like it is now. It's almost look like a chicken is loose, but it looks worse than it really is on this here thing here. But it's not as bad as it really look. But I can see it doesn't really look great. But you know what? I had to handle a lot of business today, and with the business, it took me out to various places. But it was very nice and interesting. I went to several places, and several people asked me. No, they told me they liked my hair. Oh, I like your hair. Thank you. And that's what I was saying. Oh, and I like your hair. And I know about five people told me about that. Miss Hill said, this 314 had the city jam-packed and folks were standing in long lines ordering food. One man ordered 200 pieces of chicken. Yeah, and they say we're running out of thighs or something. I don't know how you can run out of thighs if you don't run out of chicken, but I don't know. I mean, the chicken has two of everything except for a neck, and the rest of the is pieces. If you run out of one, you should run out of it all. But chicken is one of the things. I can't say St. Louis is known for it. I think everybody eats chicken in some form or fashion, and that may explain why we could be, I guess, pushing the envelope on good chicken being available, but I guess you can't really worry about it as long as it has the proper taste and it's not contaminated. Uh, but that's what's going on. They say that I think I remember them talking about being out of certain parts of the chicken, but that was really a joke to me. I am trying to see. Miss Hill has something else. One man ordered 200 pieces of chicken. We waited an hour for our food. Well, that's great that you waited because you did not get frustrated. I'm getting wine. This was I purchased more wine, but I want to finish this first. I will have a different flavor come next Friday. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is the podcast time, so I will finish off this here, which I am not a fond of. I'm not fond of it, but it's doable. It's drinkable. But what are we talking about? What's on your mind? Miss Hill is going to make everyone hungry, or either she's going to make some of these people get out and participate more in the 314 area code, or what other area code you might be in. Tune in. Let me know what area code you are in. Yesterday, I think there was two from Georgia. Yeah, Atlanta. So, and no one else really said anything. I guess kind of majority was 314, but just tune in, drop the numbers in. Where you calling from? Where you in from? Some people want to claim whatever number, but let me know. I won't dispute it. I won't call you out. In fact, if you get where you don't like me saying your name, just put me some crazy initials by it, and I won't say what's on the person's name. But for the most part, I like talking about the names. I love talking about the people I have in Oklahoma, the people I have in California, the people I have in Kansas City, and I see them on here, and they don't comment. They just be listening, and they just do, but because their names pop up, it don't show them engaging in anything but opening it up and looking and listening. It's what I say, and that's what I call browsing, just checking it out, and that's okay. I like that. We had one comment last week. I think it was Miss Glass. She was saying she don't like lookers that don't comment, and I felt guilty about it because I am one of those persons. I am one of those people. I can look at probably 50 different areas and may not comment. I got to get better at it because I am now finding out that that's what people need for you to do. I didn't know all of that until I got involved with it. And now that I have to ask people to please share, like, and when you get to YouTube, to subscribe. So with me asking people to do that, I must do the same. So that's what I will be doing, okay? So thank you for tuning in, thank you for commenting, and thank you for sharing. And when you go to my YouTube page, which is All in Your Business 1224, and you hear that? I've gotten it corrected and I've gotten it changed. It is now my YouTube channel, All in Your Business 1224. You know, you have to do the @ sign, All in Your Business 1224, and that unless you just hit your YouTube or whatever. But if you put the ad sign in and all in your business and 1224, it would go directly to my setup. My I got several things in there, and it's not so perfected. Only there's a number of reasons why it's not perfected. Because one, I'm new at it, and two, because it's a lot of work, and three, I think the changing will create a problem for me. So as I grow and get better with it, it will be more attractive, I guess, the pages that I have out here. But right now, I think I have about 20 of them. So when you like, they are old videos like now. This one here, it will be copied and saved and put on YouTube. And it will now, as of today, it will be an old video come tomorrow. So anyone that wants to check it out and go back and view it, that's at All in Your Business 1224. And that's your YouTube channel. And once you get there, subscribe, please. But I'm drinking wine. I had my little nice outing. But what I was going to talk about being out, even by Mr. Lambert, he done tuned in. He done got his little touch of 314 out in the streets there. If you don't have anything to add to the discussion, then stay quiet and listen. I know that's what they do. I know, and that's why I be giving shout outs because you can tell that these people are here, and I know you engage just to be supporting, but sooner or later I know you're going to get tired of the stuff and you will sit back and listen, and that's what several do. They just sit back and listen. Not everyone wants to comment. Everyone wants me to do well, but they also know other ways to make me do well. I believe that. I have a nephew that says what he does is he basically like it and keep on moving. 10 others, 3 minutes of me. Okay. I've been on for a while. I know it, and I can believe it. I know you've been there, but I don't know you there until after I go into the list of people that it shows me. And I know who I talk with and who are just browsing around. Like I stated, I know that there are some people in Oklahoma, and there are some people in outside of Texas here. There are some in Arkansas, and there are some in Kansas, and they are listeners. They're not commenting. They're just checking me out. Every now and then, someone may comment, especially, and the one person that I know who is doing a lot of feeling for me, he's sending it out, and maybe he's talking to people and telling them to, check me out. And that's Frederick Charles. That's one of my husband's nephews, and he's my nephew too. He's my nephew by marriage. So I know that he is observing and he's telling his people to check me out. She's here and she's there. And I've seen a lot of familiar names on here. The lady that's in Texas, that's one of my sister-in-laws. So she doesn't comment. She's just always in here. So I know that she's listening. So as Mr. Lambert said, he's been here for a while. But sometimes if he doesn't have anything to say, he just stay quiet. And it's kind of hard for him to stay quiet. Even though he's a whisperer now, he's still a talker. So, and it should be even better for him now because he can type what he's trying to say. He don't have to be heard vocally by the ears. He can be read by the typing. So don't use that for an excuse. Keep it up and stay in tune, and I thank you. I appreciate it. But one of the things that I was going to talk about when I was out and about, one of the things I had to do was to get my taxes done too. And I went to have them done, And it was so amazing, and I am so out of touch. I used to be a tax preparer myself, and this was probably about 15 years ago. So things have kind of changed a whole lot. Even though I still kind of do the circuit breaker, and that's a little different, the circuit breaker. But from your regular taxes, your job and your pension and your Social Security and all that stuff, it's a little bit complicated, but really it's not. But what I found out today, and the way the taxes are done, it is completely what I have ever been exposed to. And the way they had it going, it was like an assembly line. You just go in there, you do your process, and then you sit here, and then they go over your process, and then that paperwork goes over here. Now, when it makes that third journey, it is being entered into the system. It's a good flow, but it's kind of leaves you question what's going on. So I think the only thing that they need to do is tell you what the process is, especially if you are new to the process. Because actually, I had kind of been doing the taxes myself, but I kind of stopped because I began to create some errors and some problems based on them saying I didn't check this and didn't check that. So, with that being said, that's why I took my taxes elsewhere to do it. But the thing of what I'm talking about, the system, it automatically puts you where you need to be. I know it used to tell you if you need to itemize or not. Now they need to, it's an itemized or not, or it's another section. And that other section was because I am a senior citizen. It had its own section. So I didn't need to itemize. I didn't need to do anything based on how long I've been in my house. The taxes are has changed dramatically. It's not beneficial to you. There was maybe some gambling winnings there. That's not beneficial. In other words, you're not itemizing. You are taking the senior route of filing, and it made me eligible for basically everything. I don't know if it could have been done another way, and if I could have gotten any more or anything, but I was pleased the way it ended. Ms. Hill said, I need a referral because I haven't filed taxes in 4 years. You do. But what you should do, based on this 4 years, you may need to wait and get on. And I went to the library, and the library is free. Uh, and now I don't know if there's age stipulation, and no one asked me of my age. It's just that if they go by appointments, and when you get an appointment, you have to keep the appointment. But that's where I went, and that's who serviced me. And I was very pleased with their method of service, and especially with it being free. Now, if the IRS kicks it back or takes some money out or do something differently, then they will. But based on what they have come up with now and approved it, because they don't let you leave without getting the okay from IRS, and that's what happened. Well, I'm 58. Well, you could probably go. Ms. Hill says she's 58, which is good. So, and I just basically said if you're 58, just go and wait 59 in your fourth year, only because of the time of the year. I don't know that you will be able to get an appointment, but you can always try it out because what they did for me, I waited late. But there was a recording, and when I called, they said that they was all booked up. But what I got was an appointment that someone else had canceled. And when they called me, I took it. And that's what you have to do. You have to take what's available. You can't select what you want. They're saying, hey, so and so has canceled for 11 o'clock. Do you want it? Yay or nay. So I had to say yes, get up and get there. Now it's been hard for me to rise extra early because I go to bed late for some reason. My schedule is like a baby. I'm all off cue as to when I sleep or when I'm awake. But usually I'm up to 2 in the morning, and so that makes me get up late. But I had to get up at 6:30 so I can be at my 11 o'clock appointment. That means I had several things to do before I leave home. So that's what I did, and I made it, and I did other things, and I enjoyed it. But while I was out there, I ran into several people who was talking about my hair and how they had liked it. And I think they just liking the natural part of it. And granted, a lot of these people were elderly people. But they were liking my hair. And so I said, thank you, thank you. And then they says that then some would ask me how old was I. And when I told them 70, they said, 70? Oh, you look so good. And I say to myself, how does 70 supposed to look? I mean, I can't say that I look so good for 70. I can only say thank you because I don't think it's supposed to be any other way. I have some have asked me, how do you feel? What do you feel like? What does 70 feel like? I mean, it just feel like me. I can move, I can groove, I can lift my leg. And I'm thankful that I woke up this morning. But other than that, all I can say, this is how 70 feels. I know that some people may be with a different story of it for medical reasons or whatever, but right now, all I can say is it feels good. I don't know any other way that it's supposed to be. So, but for the most part, 70 feels good, and this is what it is. Uh, Anytime I owe anything to IRS, anytime I don't owe anything to IRS, I am happy. And that's good because there are several incentives for being a senior citizen. And that's what this new filing process did for me. And I had no say over it. Well, I guess I could have, but they didn't ask me if you want to itemize or if you want to do this or if you want to do that. The system told them, based on my age, this was the best place for me. So this is how they ran it and processed it. And I said, oh, okay, as long as I don't owe anything, I'm good. So the way it stands now, it's looking good for me. So I'm pleased with it. And like you say, as long as I don't owe them anything because I owed them last year. In fact, the balance of what I owed them was taken out of my last filing. And I think they said I owed them like $1,500 and they took it, so which is good. I just want to pay them. If you say I owe you, I want to pay you. And if you can take it out of my file, it's good. I didn't get it, and it ain't like I had to pay it back. You gave it to me, and I gave it back. I didn't even get it, so that really feels good. You feel like you paid what you was owed, so and you worked for it. So that was a good thing. I'm not worried about it. I hope it don't happen again, but if it does, then I guess I can't be mad at anyone because they did sit me down and tell me, now we're doing this based on the information that you provided. So this, and that, and so, and there was a lot of information that I did not have only because I knew that it was not beneficial to me, even the property taxes. It wasn't quite beneficial to me. The senior citizen taxes and the other ones, they were more beneficial to me. So I guess I put myself into the poverty area, and I benefit more better from it, which I am. I deserve to be in the poverty area. I've always been. Even 50 years ago, I was always $2 or $3 from making not enough for assistance with daycare or anything. I always made $2 too much or something, so I never been able to benefit from a lot of things. I had to wait till I get 70 to benefit. I'm drinking some wine here. Anyone hydrating with me? Drinking any water? I know Miss Hill says she's drank enough water, and she's a yard worker, so she has to drink plenty of water out there in that yard. I was asking some questions before we left here, and I was asking, and it's one about love, and I know that seems to be a pretty good topic, and people seem to comment quite a bit on the love questions. Uh, just a little tea. They say they say Jay-Z got caught cheating on Beyonce. Uh, I don't know how true it is or how fake it is, but they said Jay-Z at the age of 55 got caught cheating with Beyonce. So the question is, how is this going to unfold? Is this just a social media scandal, or is this something that Beyonce is getting ready to make a move on? Is she going to break it off, or is she fed up, or what's going to happen? They say that she did have to cancel her last scheduled concert because of this. They said she had 80,000 fans, and she canceled that event because of the heartbreak that she was going through. The Genesia, um, I'm not going to worry about it because Donald Trump have never paid, and he owes more than anyone. True that, but that's a rich man now. Don't get yourself in trouble trying to do what the rich man do. The rich man, they say you can count them on two hands, but they can get away with murder out of 100 billion people. Hi, Miss Jacqueline. Miss Jacqueline Glass. She's tuned in with us here. She's saying hi. She also said, "Don't turn to the right or to the left. Keep your foot from evil." Proverbs 4:27. Do not turn to the right or to the left. Keep your foot from evil. Proverbs 4:27. That's pretty good. That's the staying away from the devil is basically what she's saying. Don't turn to the left and turn to the right. I guess that's when you are in some uncomfortable surroundings or company. You got to stay focused. You might have to go just straight ahead. Miss Jacqueline Glass said hello, and Miss Hill says hello, Miss Glass. Um, how's everybody doing? Thank you guys for joining me. Thank you for tuning in, and remember to share, like, if you get to my YouTube channel, subscribe. And remember, guys, I had talked about Miss Glass having a worship day. So, any of those who got the notes from that time, if not, I will share them tomorrow, Sunday. So those who are able to tune in and participate with her worship. It's You can call in for prayer, or you can call in to be a person to pray. Um, I thought that was old news about JC. Well, not that I am aware of. I just read it, and it depends on who's put. Now, I did notice that the information, even from the journal that the people are posting, um, if they're not calling it breaking news, it can be some old information. But based on the information I got, I didn't find it to be old, like a month old. Now, it may be a couple of weeks old, but um, I just found out about it, and this was maybe Wednesday of last week that I found out about it. Now, maybe that you're absolutely right by it being old news or what, but yeah, uh, I just found out about it, so I got to step up my game and get my information. So if I want to talk about some tea, uh, to me it's new news. It says Jay Z was caught cheating. She had to cancel her concert, which was 80,000 fans. Now, how old is this news? When did you guys hear about it? What's going on with it? Why am I so late with it? What did you guys hear? Tell me about it. Did you know, Janice, that Miss Hill, that this was old news? Is it old news about these vans running into these buildings, trying to bring harm to the to Jews and all of this stuff? Sound like some people are not reading the Bible. I think when I passed by heading home, I saw this. There's this church that always put scriptures up or sayings or writing, and it said that the Bible is always right, and then it said we are always right in the Bible. It was a little confusing, but that's it was saying that they quote from the Bible a lot. So and they believe in the Bible, and so should you. So I agree with them in a way of speaking because I don't know anything else that would be more trustworthy than the Bible. Uh, this could be that he's doing it again. Doing it again. It could be. I mean, that wouldn't be his first time or his last time. I was just trying to see if the information I have gotten was that old because I read it in. I think I read it maybe maybe Wednesday. I read it about Jay Z and being caught with someone and Beyonce canceling a concert because of the, and they was talking about her doing something with her account. They're supposed to have a joint and moving him, a whole bunch of stuff that they were talking about. But that's the kind of tea that people like to talk about, and people like to put out there just for the sake of conversation, I guess. But it works because we're talking about it now. And Mr. Lambert is telling me that that could be that he's doing it again. So that means, however old my information is, it wasn't the first time that he had indulged in cheating. And what now that we're talking about cheating, is that a deal breaker for you guys? What do you think about cheating? Is it you do it, I do it too, or is it a deal breaker? What do you think about cheating? What's your comment? What's your take on that? What do you think about cheating? How do you handle cheating? Or is it something that is it a deal breaker for you? Let me know. Let's talk about it. Um, any comments? I'll get a cup of wine. I'll get another sip while someone give me a little tea on what they think about it. We gotta talk about some things here. So let's talk about what you think about cheating. Is it a deal breaker, or is it something you'll do because they do it? What do you say about it? Miss Class, Jacqueline, I haven't heard anything other than the one in 2013. I believe it was. Well, well, it could be. There was no date there, and maybe they were doing something that they didn't have nothing else to talk about either, and they put it back in the papers. But there is a news thing that I subscribe to that comes it comes weekly, and this was the week for this where I got this here from. And it has news events, and it has current events, it has current affairs, and it just has a little bit of everything on it. Um, Miss Glass said, "Deal breaker. I don't tolerate nonsense." The question was cheating. Is it a deal breaker for you? Is it something you do it, I do it? Is it something you can work through with in a relationship? What's your take on it? Miss Glass said it's a deal breaker. I don't tolerate nonsense. So she said cheating is nonsense to her. And it makes sense. I was also, I had to go by the store too, and Sam's is one of my favorite stores, and it's one of the wholesale stores that's here in Missouri. And I was reading all of the different, because I like the olive oil, and I like the extra virgin oil. Mr. Lambert says, I don't believe there is a couple that hasn't dabbled. Oh, that's been so nicely put, but well, I don't know about a couple. When and a couple means that one person out of two, someone has dabbled. But honestly speaking, I can say I haven't dabbled. Out of 40 some years, I don't believe in it, and I don't think it's appropriate, and I don't think it's good for the soul. I don't think it's good for the body, or none of that. So I have a problem with mixing my teas, and when you mix your people, you're mixing your tea. Um, Miss Hill says no one can cheat on a person that has not taken an oath in marriage. She said that once before, and I forget what question it was, and I think it was about cheating, and that's true. So she's saying, Miss Hill saying, if you're not married, it's not a deal breaker or it's not anything because you're not married. Which I understand that, but some people can take it to heart if you cheat on me. It's sort of the worst thing in the world that, to me, a person can really do. Um, Mr. She also said, I haven't watched TV in many years. Oh, I think she's talking about the conversation with about the question in Jay Z's and stuff, but and that's where it made me arrive at the question: is cheating a deal breaker, or is it something you do? I'll do it this time. I have never dabbled. And that's what I'm saying. I don't either. I don't find it necessary, and I have a problem. And I've always been very sensitive to certain things, and I can get in some contaminated water, and things don't turn out right for me. So I know what dabbling with multiple people can do for me. So I have never been able to do such things. So I don't believe in dabbling. Now, smiling and winking and flirting and all of that stuff is not the same as physically cheating. So, but the question was, is cheating a deal breaker for you? And Mr. Lambert says, I don't believe there is a couple that hasn't dabbled. And I will elaborate on couple for him. Couple just mean two people, and maybe one did and one didn't. One out of a couple could have dabbled, and that would make it a two people conversation. Janice Hill, relationships has to be built from very high beginning. These days, folks are practically having open relationships. They are, but there's also have been back in the days, and that still exists because you got a lot of people old in heart and old in soul and old in mind. The only thing about it comes back to I guess what I forget, Kamika, Miss Williams, she was on here, and we were talking about the rappers and stuff and how they have taken it out of content. And I think this is what man is doing. And women have gotten a little bit bolder, so now they're doing it. So everyone has gotten bold and courageous and just doing different things. Polygamy is a big deal now. Yeah, it is. It is. Polygamy. Polygamy. Oh, okay. That's when. Okay. Now I just made it be polygamy, but it's not a polygamy. And I think that's where you go both ways. Is that what that is? I'm not so in tune with the various sex terminologies, and that's really a new one. Either you was girl, boy, or boy, boy, and lesbian or gay. So those were the only ones I know. But now they have broadened like the LBGQ. It got many alphabets now. But all we have to do is, get on board with it. But however it goes, what do you think? Is it cheating? Is it a deal breaker for you? Poly, yeah, poly is a big deal, and I think I was hearing about it. I think this one gentleman that does this TV show, he was on a talk show, and people are coming out with things now. The boldness is out there, and it's not so bold. And it's not even an ask and don't ask, don't tell situation now. People are basically saying, this is what I do, this is what I like. So what? I mean, I saw Don Lemon for the first time, and I don't know how long he's been talking about his marriage and his partner, his same-sex partner, but people are out doing what they are doing now. So it's very clear that you have to be an acceptance, and if you're not, just tune away from it. Just walk away from it. Poly and all of these other terminologies. Miss Hill said there is a woman on social media who have three husbands. Yes, and that's what they do. And it used to be a thing where men did that, and that's what I'm saying. Women are getting bold. They're getting, and they're just coming on out with it now. It's not nothing new. It always has been a desire that has been behind closed doors. Now it's out in the open, and people are they're basically saying, fuck it, this is me. I am going to do me. I am going to be me. And which is good, because there's no reason for anyone to be unhappy, neither one to be sad. There's no reason for anyone to be anything. Um, but living their lives. And we don't have to live life for them. We don't have to live in it. And if we don't want to indulge in it, if we don't want to be in that company, walk away. It's so easy to walk away from a situation that you don't want to be in. I remember when I used to play bingo, and there was a group of us, and it was probably about eight of us, had gone to the bingo. And true enough, the people that some of the girls that I was with, some of them were, I just for lack of a better word, I would say prostitutes. But it didn't mean anything to me. I knew that I was not. But after the bingo session, we went to a neighborhood lounge, and there with the group, I was pulling up the rear. And when all of us went into this establishment, I heard this young man, and it wasn't a young man, it was just a man, and he says, "There goes them damn whores." It hurt my feelings because he meant the whole line of us. He didn't associated me in with everybody else. I knew my position. I knew their position too, but it didn't matter to me. Like it still doesn't matter to me. But he himself had put me into that whole situation. And I turned back and I looked and I said, damn, he didn't group me with that. Now, I didn't say anything and I didn't do anything differently. But I took it to heart to say, hey, you need to slow your roll on who you're dealing with here. And I did for the moment, but as I have gotten older and thought about it, I don't care what people say now. I never have for the most part, and now I'm really dead on it. Miss Hill said, may they be happy with each other. Different strokes for different folks. That's an old term too, and it's a true term. Different strokes for different folks, and that's probably a BC, a AC, or that's probably so old that it's pitiful, but people need to understand it. Um, it's what makes them happy. It does. So if it interferes with you, if it spoils your tea, your day, walk away from it. If you cannot indulge or get involved with it, walk away from it. It just don't make sense. Um, different story. Oh, I thought I was reading something different. Maybe she was typing something and didn't finish or got more to say. But it's still here. And Miss Hill said, may they be happy with each other. Different folks for different strokes for different folks. And it is. And we understand that. The only thing about it, we have to believe in what we're talking about. And Ms. Hill said, the only way I'd share my spouse with another, it would have to be a wish of his on his dying bed, and even then, I leave. And okay, I will. Miss Hill says the only way I would share my spouse with another, it would have to be a wish of his, and on his dying bed, and even then, I leave the other woman to have at it with him. He'll be dying, so I guess it's okay. Well, and that's well said, and I can relate to that, and I can understand it. But personally speaking, I don't have I don't feel the need where I would have to share. And if it's your dying wish, then you better go ahead on and die, and perhaps it will meet you in the crossing or the top or wherever you guys are going. I don't need all of that extra help or whatever, but I won't. I won't say it will be on a person's dying bed, but I don't think I can accommodate you however you are dying or whatever. But kudos to Miss Hill. That's what she said. I'll read it again. The only way I share my spouse with another, it would have to be a wish of his on his dying bed, and even then, I leave the other woman to have at it with him. He'll be dying, so I guess it's okay. That's what she said. Uh, and she got some thumbs ups on that one. So everybody's saying good. That's a good thought. That's a good way to look at it. And how dare you talk about something on your dying bed? Come on now, that should be the last thing you need. But you know, The Color Purple. That's how. And I know it was just a movie, but that's how the one man died on top of the woman. And she asked, "How did my daddy die on top of me?" On The Color Purple. No, I mean, he could have that last wish. I would not be a part of it. I understand. I know what you're saying, and that's cool. And you are accommodating his last wish, and that would be a good one. I think the only way I could accommodate that is that I have been very absent or unable for the last 30, 40 years, uh, mentally, physically, and whatever. But I don't know. That's a good one there, to accommodate someone wishes on something like that, especially with me and my history. I have 43 years. How dare you talk about anything like that? Okay, but that's just my selfishness of it. Um, but that's what it is. So let me find a record. We have been talking and talking. Oh, this is what I like here. We got down on this one here. I kind of forced a topic out of you. Miss Hill and Miss Glass, they helped to entertain the conversation. Some people didn't talk, and Mr. Lambert, he kind of just pulled his way on up out of it. I guess he said, "I'm going to listen and let these women have at it." But we love to hear from the men too. We love to hear the man's side of it. We do. So don't always take that road. I am looking for music. He said he's going to buy me a turntable, so well, we'll see. I'm trying to find music because we are getting okay. I'm have to play same parts. But thank you guys for tuning in and joining me. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. And that's what it says. Folks do have special wishes. They do. They do, and I know. And just talking, enjoy the podcast tonight. You all enjoy it. Thank you, Miss Class. And we are working on a New York trip. So, for you, those who don't know, that's what we're working on for probably a year or two. We're going to save to go to New York. We're going to shop till we drop. Good night, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. No regrets. No shame. Look how far God carried us. I should not. Good night, everybody.